Ronnie, a great story of justice out of what you would probably call the Justice State.
Texas.
Texas justice.
That's right.
And whiskey.
From the state of Texas, Ronnie, a dad who was arrested and charged with cruelty to his kid. He was convicted, actually, of child injury. What he did to the kid, Ronnie, was 11-year-old boy, and his dad beat him with a car antenna and made him sleep in the doghouse.
Oh, that's a nice dad.
Yeah, and he's a sweetheart, isn't he?
Oh, that reminds me, I got to call my father.
He's going to get a card in June. So he basically made the kid sleep in the doghouse for what they said was most of the summer.
Everybody, I don't know if your mom ever said you're in the doghouse, young man. Right. This kid actually was.
He literally was in the doghouse with his dad. So the kid had to spend most of the summer outdoors in every type of weather. After getting beat with a car antenna, too, and that really hurts. All right, well, the guy's been convicted in Orange, Texas. The man's name is Curtis Lee Robin. And, Ronnie, he's cut a deal to try to stay out of a possible 10-year prison sentence by agreeing to spend 30 consecutive nights in that same doghouse. The judge, in this case, has sentenced the man to sleep 30 nights in a doghouse.
Now, is this a sitcom or this really happened?
This really happened in Orange, Texas.
Now, this is taking the whole eye for an eye thing, pretty far. Why don't we start and say to people, okay, you hit that kid with a car? Let him drive the car and hit you with it now. That's not justice. That's insanity.
That's the thing. When you ever hear anyone get into trouble that people are mad at, that is the first thing they say. Oh, they ought to make that shoe bomber wear his own shoes and blow his own shoe bombs up.
All right, now Rory Hampton's father's a judge. And what kind of judge is he? It's pretty high up, right?
Criminal courts.
All right, so it's a real judge.
Oh yes, not like his TV
not
judges.
Judge Judy stuff.
That's what I call him.
I mean, he's getting criminal trials.
Hi, Judge Judy.
Because a lot of people who go around, calling themselves judges,
right? It's beauty pageant.
Right. It's trying to find out who found the wallet first. It's not real court stuff.
All right, so your dad is a judge. Has he ever sentenced anyone to, sleep in a doghouse or anything like that?
I don't think you can even do that. I just don't think that's even part of a law. You can't make another person do something outside of the justice system. You can send them to jail, you can send them to do community service, you can send them to, rehabilitation centers, but you can't tell that's just not part of the law. You can't sentence them to a doghouse.
Almost.
I tend to disagree with you, and I cite the case of the people of Lubbock versus Benji.
Now, here's the weird thing, though. Isn't it kind of lowering us to this guy's level?
Right.
We can turn around, beat him with an antenna, and put him in a doghouse. Now, as far as they say, you beat a kid with an antenna, you treat him like an animal, and some sadistic thing going on. The guy, it's up to you whether you decide he deserves punishment or mental health. Because on one level, you've got to be crazy to treat your own kid like that. But if we as a society says, forget it, I'm not helping him, I'm going to punish him, then put the bastard in jail. But to put him in a doghouse is like a silly fun thing. It's like to get into a frat all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's totally getting off easy. He should be either lose the kid or definitely go away to jail.
Oh, we'll lose the kid. Don't worry about that.
Hopefully.
That kid ain't living once he gets out of the doghouse.
The kid is out of there because they better put the dad on a leash as well so he can't get to the kid. When he gets his hands on that kid who made him sleep in a doghouse for 30 consecutive nights, that kid is dog food.
The only time I heard about this, Paranoid made Cherrynoid do it, and I think that was like something they were into.
But you're absolutely right. You're not teaching this guy that making someone sleep in a doghouse is wrong if you make him sleep in a doghouse. There's no lesson learned there. It just shows that people, it's okay to make someone sleep in a doghouse.
And, they're not. He doesn't have to do that all day long or anything, right? He just sleeps there.
He has to spend 30 consecutive nights in it, and they haven't actually come out with the terms.
In a backyard, or is it a doghouse in a jail?
No, it must be in the backyard because it's the same doghouse. He has to sleep in the same doghouse the kid did. Not even a nice kennel.
And then
where he could be pampered.
His son should be able to come out and whiz on him from time to time, and then he'll learn.
He should. He should have to do his duty out in the yard. Just like a dog.
He's in Texas. He does anyway. I'm sure it's not the first time he's crouched over a hot pile.
Did anyone ever think when they saw for the entire summer a kid sleeping out in a doghouse that something might be wrong? Something was up here.
It's so bizarre. It's literally so bizarre.
I'm trying to think of the worst thing my mother ever did to me.
You know what? My dad, I'm glad you brought that up. One time, and I was really nuts at the time, was like just starting to get high, and I got caught, and it was like 14 or something. And my dad made me stay in and keep doing like wood shop things.
Really?
I think I made like 2 end tables and a chess. You like chess? Well, you're going to be making chessboards. And I was like real bad at it. And I was just like every night after homework, I'm sanding. Oh, God.
Now, see, if that was in Texas, your dad would have been sentenced to play Bobby Fischer.
I had a thing of varnish up against my nose half the time.
You found your way around it. I think Mother's big thing with us was writing sentences.
No, like school?
Yeah, like 500 times, 1,000 times, whatever.
We used to have to write, I'm fat and nasty and no one will ever love me.
I didn't write that, but it would be things like I will not spill the milk.
Okay.
Like that was a crime.
Was your mom a teacher?
No.
I've never heard of a parent
Oh, she didn't even have an education, Ronnie.
stealing stuff from school.
My mom, actually, she's a teacher, and she actually made us, when I came home drunk when I was 15 one night, she made me write a 5-page paper on what I want to be doing in 10 years.
Still getting drunk.
Like a whole life, like
Rory Hampton.
feeding you this paper. And I'm sitting there just writing this thing and I had to do it when I was drunk. So I'm just sitting there writing completely moronic things. I'm 15 years old.
Well, and I remember that whole, I got caught smoking and my dad made me smoke a whole cigar and inhale it. Remember?
That's always so bad.
You're like, what?
Yeah, now I have the emphysema, but I learned my lesson.
Maybe we'll play Strangest Punishments tonight. 866-277-4969. Strangest punishments parents have ever given out. Mine is going to be woodshop. I'm trying to go over it in my head.
Right.
And I honestly thought that my dad had went crazy at the time. That he thought an end table was going to make me want to stop getting high. You know what, Dad? I really figured out that this is the way. You're right. You're cool.
There are constructive ways to spend my time.
I'm building a future in our garage. And I mean, and literally, I couldn't make a spice rack. I was very, very bad at any of this kind of stuff. And he was very, very into it, though. And I honestly think in his... And that was what broke him finally. Just finally he went, you know what? I've lost you. You can't make nothing. You couldn't make a goddamn end table. There's no hope for you.
With Father, it was always the church was the punishment.
Right, see, that's bad, too, you know.
If you were on his wrong side, if you came home drunk or something like that, you were going to have to start going to that church youth group meetings, like on Sunday nights or whatever.
And that proves it's a punishment. It's not cool.
Right. Why? You're supposed to encourage the kid to go there, not force them in chains.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it appealing to anyone. God. You need to hang out with the right people. Those geeks bad at the church?
Yeah.
Let me guess, are we making Jesus cookies again?
All right, here is Richie. Richie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Richie.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
From Freehold, New Jersey calling.
Hey, my man.
How the hell are you guys?
Cool in the gang.
Hey, I was just wondering that Texas thing with the antenna, was that a telescoping antenna or was that a big whip antenna?
I think it was a CB antenna.
It was a TV antenna.
He could just bring that thing down, snap. Snap.
I just want to say we miss you guys down here. And
thanks, buddy. Now, did you get punished? Did you have any weird punishments?
Yeah, one day when we were kids, I hit my brother in the eye with a dirt ball, whatever.
Yeah.
My father had me go out and dig up the garden with this little tiny shovel. You know, usually we rototiller it. I'm out there with a shovel, and I'm talking like a 30 by 30 area. So I don't know if you want to call that weird or not.
Yeah, that's weird. Anytime that you have to dig to get out of trouble. Thanks a lot, Richie.
Okay.
See you later.
That's like in the Marines. Move that pile of dirt.
We'll send you to our prize closet if we like it. It's the weirdest kind of punishment you've ever had. 866-277-4969. I've heard of, I think friends of mine had stuff where they got caught drinking and were forced to do shots by their dad until they threw up. And I'm thinking, that's what the kid wanted to do, shots.
Yeah, you're
it's not like we don't throw up on our own when we're too drunk.
You're not punishing, you're partying.
Exactly.
Oh, we had a kid. He got into trouble. I'm trying to remember what he did. Someone in the neighborhood. His dad had his buddies waiting for him, his dad's own friends. It was like the dad and another 2 guys. They grabbed that kid off the school bus. As we got home, they dragged him down the street to his house, and they shaved the kid's head.
Get the F out of here.
I swear to you, that kid came back the next day, and it was, below crew cut. Wasn't stone cold, but it was below crew cut.
Do you know what he did wrong to deserve this?
I'm trying to remember what he did. I think they caught him stealing something.
So, hey, I can't handle my own kid. I want you guys to help me. And let's shave his head.
Right. The other 2 guys held him down. Oh, I'll never forget that.
Here's Marty. Marty, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Marty.
All right, what's with this line over here, Roar? Help me with this Marty line before I even go on. I don't want to listen.
It's a Marty line.
It's line 2.
All right.
Got it?
You got it?
Billy's still typing them up right now.
so
Billy, take your thumb off of it. Because he's already moved on. I see it.
Meat fist.
Yeah.
Get your hand off Marty.
It's Hardy Marty Party is who we're trying to deal with here. I think Billy's already letting the kids do this stuff. I can see it in the other room.
He's so lazy.
Because I just see stuff like comments. Right up there.
866-277-4969. DC local lines 202-432-1067.
I'll try to come back to you, Marty. We're having trouble with that line. Here's Dana. Dana, you're on Fez.
Hey, Dana.
I have a strange punishment, and it's right up there with the one Fez was just talking about. When I was about 12, I went up to the drugstore and got a bottle of black hair dye. My mom was furious, and she made me cut off all my hair.
No way.
Yep.
How old were you? 12?
12.
And how short did it get?
Oh, it was probably less than an inch. It was horrifyingly embarrassing.
Unbelievable.
My mother used to do that with my sister all the time.
Really?
If my sister was making a mess, my mother would find a way to blame it on her hair. And she would have, maybe if you didn't have that hair in your eyes, you'd know how to pick up a sweater.
Well, I certainly learned my lesson. No more hair dye for me.
All right, thanks a lot.
Ever?
What a strange way of dealing, Fez.
I know it's not punishment. It's just trying to humiliate someone.
Yeah, that takes it in a whole different realm, doesn't it?
It really does. It's sadomasochistic or whatever. Well, not the masochistic part.
Well, they're strangely hot. Doug, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez,
Sister.
how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Doug.
Well, my mom and dad, actually my dad actually found a porno mag underneath my mattress.
Uh-huh.
And for the punishment, he took me down the kitchen, which was really odd, but he made me look at it in front of my mom.
Oh, God.
Now, does it?
So,
And now, how old were you?
I was just about 17. So the literally say it was a pretty explicit magazine.
It was like Split Beef or something, right?
Oh, it was ridiculous. And
So what did you do while you were there in front of your mom? Were you actually flipping the pages and looking at it?
he made me flip the page. He said, "Is this what you think of your mom? Is this what you think of your mom?"
She's on page 47.
He's crying in his own shame and having his sexuality all mixed up with his mother complex.
And what was your mom doing?
She
Gently
was just
touching
staring
her?
at me, just staring at me, giving me that evil eye, saying, I could think of what in her head was, what I was doing when I was looking at that by myself.
Oh, God. Have you ever gotten over it?
I've got a pretty good magazine collection right now.
All right, you ought to just keep taking it over to the house. The older they get, you keep bringing it over. Here's what I'm reading now. All right, thanks a lot, bro. See ya.
All right, bye.
All right, that's weird stuff, Fezzy.
It's bizarre. And, I guess it's people, these nutty parents trying to make the punishment fit the crime, but then it never makes sense.
Here's Velvet.
Hi, Ron and Fez.
Hey, baby.
I love you guys.
Thank you so much. Tell a friend.
Well, I was about 8 years old, and my mom sent me in to get chicken, and she gave me $10, and I dropped the money on the way in because it was windy. So she took me home, chopped up a Charlie Brown plastic change purse, put chocolate syrup on it, and made me sit at the kitchen table until I ate the whole thing.
You had to eat chocolate syrup out of a change purse?
No.
He had to eat the whole change purse.
Exactly.
You had to eat a change purse?
With Hershey's chocolate syrup on top.
Now, how old are you at the time, Velvet?
I guess I was probably 8 or 9. I was very young.
And what exactly did you do wrong?
I lost the money. So she was trying to teach me.
And I'm telling you what, I mean, if they would have found out about it, you would have grown up in an orphanage. Because
right.
You can, I mean, a kid could choke on a change purse.
Well, my mom, she's a wonderful lady, but, you know, I was watching Lucy, I Love Lucy when I was a kid, and I had a little bit of a lisp. And I said, I pointed to the television and I said, Lucy and Ethel. Well, my mom thought, she kept slapping me. And it was until my dad came in and said, she's not saying Lucy and a-hole, she's saying Lucy and Ethel.
Velvet, what makes you think you had a wonderful mom? This woman was a psycho.
I could tell some more, but I won't.
Oh, my God. And if for some reason I find it hot, I don't know why, there's something wrong with me. That's my thing. Thanks so much, honey.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow.
Yeah, I remember if we didn't pick up our stuff, me and Corky and my sister would come home from school, we'd be walking down the street, we would find every toy we owned out on the front lawn.
Along with your pissy blanket.
I didn't have a pissy blanket.
You had pissy sheets.
You know what? I was a kid who actually deserved to wet the bed, and I never did it. If anyone had the right to, it would have been me.
Fez, can this not be about you, and could it be about the callers?
I'm just relaying a story.
For once, I would like this not to be about your awful child. 866-277-4969. What's the weirdest punishment you ever had laid down? Here's Chris on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's happening, fellas?
Hey, my man.
Hey, this is a weird one, but I got caught skipping school one day when I was in high school. Right after I got my driver's license. You know, I denied it in front of my dad and everything, but he knew it was me. So he came up while I was in school one day and plastered maxi pads all over my truck so it would be more recognizable when I was driving down the road, and everyone saw it.
And you had to leave him on there?
No, I came out from school. You know, when school was letting out, I had to sit there in front of everyone and peel him off my truck.
What a maniac.
I know. I'm scarred for life.
Yes, you should be.
I can't go to the store and buy my girlfriend tampons now.
No, you shouldn't, and you should just cry and say it reminds you of your dad. All right, see you later, my man. See, because he didn't have it so bad. Jerry, you're on Run of Fez.
I had it horrible. Go ahead, Jer.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
We're cool in the gang.
Cool. When I was a kid, I grew up on a farm in South Carolina, a big, huge farm. My uncle caught us throwing rocks at the hogs they had in the pen, and we were laughing as we hit them with the rocks. My uncle got so mad, he dragged us down to the slaughterhouse and made us sit there and watch them slaughter hogs. He said, if you think it's funny hurting pigs.
Look what I do to them.
It was just weird.
I know. Here's the thing. These are kids getting off on hitting and hurting pigs. So what do? You show them an ultimate example of it.
Jerry, is the pig still screaming?
In my head.
Silence of the pigs. Silence of the pigs.
Every time I hear Pink Floyd Animals, I hear the pigs in my head.
Was it an ugly thing to see too, Jerry? Was it just disgusting?
I'd seen them do it, you know, on a small scale, you know, like a single pig for a barbecue, but I'd never seen the you know, assembly line slaughter.
Yeah, I don't want anything to ruin my appreciation of bacon.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because I ain't giving it up.
Thank you, my friend. I don't know if you saw that what goes down. It might be very hard not to. 866-277-4969. We're playing Top Fez. All right.
And talking about the weirdest, strangest, worst punishments you might have gotten as a kid. This kid in Texas, his dad made him sleep in the doghouse all summer long after beating him with a car antenna.
And the parents we're hearing about are every bit as bad as this.
Yeah.
This guy.
Just as abusive.
Paul, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Paul.
What's up, fellas?
Yeah.
23320 checking in.
That's Secret Society.
Yeah, I was about, 5, 6 years old, something like this, and my mom went to work, and during the day, I took a nap. Well, when she came home, I had, peed in the bed.
Right.
Normal boys do
How
about that
old
age.
were you?
About 5 or 6, something like that.
Great.
And like a dog, she rubbed my nose in it.
No way.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is like one of your earliest memories.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only bad thing I can remember.
That's
But I
plenty.
guess she had a bad day at work or something, and she came home and she found her bed full of piss.
All right.
And yeah.
You know what you ought to do is, now that she's older, wait for her to wet herself, and then you rub her nose in it.
All right.
Yeah.
And then
I should
everything's
do that.
even Steven.
Make her wear it depends on her head. March around the city in it.
See you later, bro. Unbelievable.
866-277-4969 or 202-432-106. It's Wednesday night. We're Ron and Fez. Talking about this case in Texas, the abusive dad made his kid sleep in a doghouse all summer long. Now the judge in the case has sentenced the dad to the exact same punishment. 30 consecutive nights of sleeping in a doghouse.
Fezzy, it makes, and we're starting to hear these stories from people about weird punishments they got from their parents. And it makes us see how lucky you and I are in the childhood that we had.
I don't feel lucky. My mother was a nut.
Yes, we were lucky. We're blessed, really.
I got hit with a trash can one time. It's like growing up with mankind as your mother.
Every night was hardcore.
We would go hardcore. I got hit with dog food once.
All right, Fez, it can't be about you. You're not going to win anything. Hey, Mary, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, once I was at my aunt's, my little cousin. He refused to do the dishes because his mom was always making him do the chores.
Uh-huh.
So she took him out front and pulled down his pants and said she'd cut her off if he didn't do the dishes. And the whole time he was doing the dishes, she had scissors to his back.
Oh, my gosh, how freaky.
Yeah.
So she actually took him outside and just robed him.
Yeah. She said she'd cut her off if he refused to do the dishes.
And I'm sure he believed her, huh?
Yeah.
She actually did end up cutting it off. Now, you know, if you did that to a little girl, it's sexual abuse, Fez.
Yeah, definitely.
You do it to a little boy, and you're just making Psycho 5 happen.
And those parents deserve to get psychoed on.
Karen, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez, how you doing tonight?
Cool the gang.
Good. When I was like in 10th grade, you know, the thing was, I don't know if I can mention the brand, but there were these little small cigars that we would smoke that had a tip on them.
You were rolling blunts.
No, they were.
Were they Tipperillos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the cool thing to smoke Tipperillos. Well, my father caught me in the garage smoking the Tipperillo. And living in D.C., he went downtown to a souvenir store and got one of those big, long, fat cigars and came back to the house and made me smoke it. And I got sick as a dog.
Like your baby Herman from Roger Rabbit.
That's always the thing to do, Fuzzy. Make them smoke a cigar till they get sick.
Oh, that is excellent.
Hey, Karen, that's a great story. We're going to send you into the prize closet.
Oh,
cool.
Nice, Karen.
Look at this.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, hold on.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love us too.
You're going to the big-ass prize closet, Karen. See if there's any Tipperillos in there.
Here is Billy Ron and Fez.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
I've got a strange punishment, but it didn't come from my parents. It came from my kindergarten teacher.
Uh-huh.
If we were bad, they'd make us lay down and they'd sit on us.
Who would sit on you?
My kindergarten teacher.
Face?
Stink face?
They'd sit on your face?
No. We'd have to lay on our stomachs. They'd wait till 4 of us were bad. We had a couple of different classes, 4 different classes in our kindergarten.
Did you go to some kind of religious school?
Nope, it was just a regular public school.
Wow, that's weird, huh?
Wow.
They'd wait till 4 of us were bad, and they'd make us lay on our stomachs in a kind of a square, I guess, and then they would sit on us and talk to one another.
All right.
School punishments are a totally different realm.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they were nuts there, too. You couldn't survive at home or at school.
Oh, no, they hit you at school and they hurt you at home. There's no way around it.
They had paddles. We had one nut who used to draw the circle on the chalkboard, and you had to stand there with your nose in the circle.
In 2nd grade, I had to stand in a corner, and then the teacher took the filing cabinet and shoved it up against me.
No way!
So that I was like in this little closet. Because I think when I kept looking back behind me while I was in the corner at my buddies. So I remember just shoving this thing up around behind. And I remember being so little going, I wonder if I can get air back here.
Right, yeah.
I don't know where air comes from. It seemed like it had stopped.
They don't know what they do to a kid.
Yeah. But, I mean, when you think, all right, because you could say, that's not such a big deal. But why is it, like, so ingrained? Not a nice day, not a day that I got a milkshake or banana split, but that effing filing cabinet.
Remember when my nephew got taped to the chair in kindergarten?
Oh, yeah. Did your sister go off?
Oh, man.
Greg, you're around a Fez. We all went crazy when that happened.
I went down there.
Welcome to D.C.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
When I think back about it, I think actually my father had a very good sense of humor. When I was in high school, I used to drive this piece of junk Chevy van, and I was working on it one day, and I got handprints all over the side of the house. 2 days later, I came out, and my father had dumped his hands in the paint that he'd used on the house, and he left about 20 handprints across the side of my van.
All right, I got to admit it. You deserve that one. For the first time all night, That one actually fit the punishment.
Hands across the van.
Yeah.
866-277-4969 or DC local lines 202-432-1067. Talking about those horrible, weird, wacky punishments we had to endure as kids.
Ernie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ernie.
Hey, how you doing?
For the gang.
Hey, when I was 5 years old, I got caught stealing candy out of a local store. My mom dragged me home, made me sit down and watch Perry Mason to find out what happened to people that went to jail.
God.
Yeah, that's awful. Nothing gets beat worse than watching a black and white TV show.
I'll tell you what, this isn't a bad punishment, but it was always horrible if you did something wrong like that and your mother made you go down and apologize to that person. That was just brutal.
Pete, you're on a Fez.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
When I was a kid, I was a typical disgusting kid. I used to pick my nose. And my mom, when she would catch me, she would give me the choice of booger or belt. And what it was either I got hit with the belt twice or I had to eat that booger.
All right, we got to play this on the show. Booger or belt?
I got a niece that would pick booger every single time. We're trying to break her of it. Rob, you're on a Fez.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, my dad, he couldn't stand the fact that I smoked. So he found a pack of cigarettes in my room one day. Made me eat the whole pack.
Eat them?
Eat them.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Oh, yeah, they tasted wonderful. And, they helped with my nicotine addiction, too.
Did you stop smoking?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I'm 35 now.
All right, thanks a lot, buddy.
Nice, I'm glad he had an impact on your life.
Billy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's going on?
Cool.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, so back when I was a teenager, I was probably about 13 years old, and my mom caught me drinking some of my dad's beer. So my dad comes home from work, and he's running up to grab me or whatever, and he's got the screwdriver. He's a construction worker. He's got the screwdriver hanging off his belt, and it stabs me in my stomach.
Oh.
I got like this 12-inch screwdriver stuck in my stomach. I had to go to the hospital and everything. It's so messed up. But I'll tell you what, Ron and Fez, it was no worse than eating a BM sandwich on the Don and Mike show.
Oh, God. There's no way you did that. They wouldn't make you do that, would they? Would they?
Or would they?
Would they?
Oh, yeah, you had a beer, then ended up with a screwdriver. That's rough.
Charlie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez, how you doing tonight?
Good, Charlie.
Hey, when I was a kid, I was pretty out of control. My grandfather raised me.
Yeah.
He was a Marine Corps drill instructor, and he used to have he had some kind of barrel that he got from Quantico Marine Corps base.
Yeah.
And he filled it up with sand, and the sides of it, he beat it flat. So when I did something wrong, I had to roll it around the backyard, like push it around the backyard to wear me out, because I was like hyperactive and out of control.
Yeah.
So and as I got older, he kept doing that. Well, I didn't realize as I kept getting older, because he lived with me until I was 17, and then so I didn't realize he kept getting heavier and heavier as I was doing this. By the time he left the house, he had it so full of sand that he actually one day poured it out and put concrete in it. Because one day I threw some out the window of a car.
Right.
And a fellow of the police variety decided he was going to bring me home, and he wasn't real happy with me.
Yeah.
So as the officer's upstairs with my grandfather, he comes to me and goes, "You know what you need to do." So I'm out there and I'm rolling this thing and I'm rolling this thing, and I'm like, "Man, this thing is heavy." I mean, it's like it ain't never been this heavy. I'm like, I tried to screw the cap off that was on it that he filled it up with. I couldn't get it off because the concrete. I put it together. I saw this quick seat bag in the corner, and I'm rolling this thing. I'm like, man, he filled this thing with concrete.
You must have been strong as hell, though, by the time you got out of the older kid.
He was raising Paul Bunyan.
You should have been a lineman, just coming up the line, just busting people.
I was a defensive lineman.
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were pushing guys into the backfield.
I was a defensive lineman, but I should have been an offensive lineman because I was dumb as a box of rocks. But now, I have one other comment.
Yeah.
The guy that said his mom rubbed his face in the pee and he said to put the pens on her head.
Yeah.
I just got a flash. I've seen this silver-haired old lady peeling a poop-filled Depends off her head.
Exactly. Make her wear it like a helmet.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, you know what you got to do, son. You got to get out there and move it. We're moving sand today, boy.
You know what you got to do. Yes.
After all of his punishments, he had 31 sacks in the 12th grade.
They turned him into the water boy.
No! You're the one who was wrong. Drew, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddies?
Hey, Drew.
Hey, buddy.
20229.
Hoo-ah.
Thanks.
Well, see, what happened to me is my senior year, I really didn't feel like showing up much.
Yeah.
So I missed like 79 out of 96 days. So what my parents did...
I'm wondering why you showed up the other days.
Well, what my parents did is they hired a bounty hunter friend of theirs to come snatch me up out of my friend's house, dragged me away in handcuffs in front of all of my friends. He took me back to his house, threw me in the basement, shaved my head, and beat me until I told my parents I wanted to go to military school.
Unbelievable.
Well, at least you had the haircut for it.
So the next day, they drove me out in the middle of the mountains, and I spent the rest of the year at Massanutten Military Academy hating my life.
Did it turn you around at all, though?
Well, I'm working at a porn store now, so I don't
All right,
know.
perfect. Yeah, they did it. All right, see you, my man.
Thanks, buddy.
Take care.
Let me ask you this, Fuzzy. Do we have the best callers ever?
We do.
The most honest, crazy callers in history.
And they got nothing to hide and willing to share everything.
Well, let me tell you this much. I work in a porn store, so how's that? Okay?
All right, that's what discipline does for you.
Yeah, there I am. I'm fine. Matty, you're on Fez.
Matty.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
You see, well, my grandfather used to beat the crap out of my dad, so he kind of promised himself that I would never beat his children. So when I used to get in trouble, I lived in Philly and we had like a front stoop. He used to go out there with a six-pack and make me run back and forth until he finished his beer. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to make my kids do the same goddamn thing because it sucked, man.
Yeah, you need the cardio. What you need more is some cardio.
Get some of those 40s. Give them a real workout.
And I like the fact that the man's sitting there drinking a beer while you're doing all this.
And they were bush pounders, too. I'm talking 16 ounces. So,
come on, Dad, pound that thing. Let's go.
Take it easy, guys.
Hey, my man.
You got to figure eventually the old man's going to pass out and you can just walk away.
866-277-4969. Here's Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
What up? Ron and Fez.
Hey, Juggalo, what's happening?
My goodness, what's going on, y'all?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got the most embarrassing story y'all ever heard. When I was about 17, I was, going out with this chick whose mom was a social worker, right? And she gave us condoms because, she knew that we were doing it, but, my parents said no.
Yeah.
So one night I was sitting there and, put the condom in my pocket like an idiot, went home late at night, got up the next morning, living with my mom at the time, got up, went to school, went to work, came back. Mom and Dad were sitting on the couch, had the condom in their hand. My mom did the laundry and found it.
All right, so what happened? What was the punishment?
My dad got me in the car, right?
Made you use
it.
it.
To his girl's house, made me go to the door and tell the parents what happened.
Oh, that's great.
Man, messed me up. And then, he told them that, they could do whatever they wanted to be for that summer. So the whole
Sexually.
summer, I was at their house, painting their house, mowing their grass.
And it was well worth it.
The freaking dog.
It was well worth it for them then. You know what? Maybe we can end up really getting this place nice if we saw her ass in the street. Thanks, Mikey.
My son is humping your daughter.
Josh, you're the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
When I was about 11 years old, I was hanging out in my basement at my parents' house with my friends, and my sister was bothering us. So I sort of picked up this little wooden chair and tossed it in her direction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, about 2 minutes later, my dad comes barreling down the stairs towards me. And, to a 10-year-old, a 6'4", 280 guy is big.
It's terrifying. Yeah.
To a big guy, that guy's big. So he comes down, and, from previous instances of him punishing me, I was so scared. And when he pushed me down to the ground, I started urinating all over myself in front of my friends. Then he proceeded to kick me.
God. All right, brother.
That is just horrible.
All right, see, some of these are fun, and the other ones, that's where a kid is so scared he's peeing himself.
Yeah, then it's just torture.
Yeah.
Then it's Saddam Hussein time.
Then it's abuse. And you just wonder what kind of ghastly human beings do these kids grow into that... Hey, Billy, how are you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Here comes Billy with a story.
What happened to you, Staples?
This is...
Your mom was so mad at how much you ate, she stapled your stomach?
No, that was a personal decision. This is actually worse.
She made you eat hot dogs without mustard?
No. When I was... First off, let me preface this. I was real little. I was very young. Went swimming in my neighbor Danny's pool.
All right, when you're saying you're young, how old?
I'm guessing...
Because you were never little.
I'm guessing...
I've seen the pictures.
I guess I was about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was just me and him in the pool. So
all right, so it was a dangerous thing.
Yeah, but I let a log go in the pool. You know?
Yes.
And
My mother, then obviously.
Now, why would you do that at that age?
Well, because
you didn't want to miss the fun.
Yeah, and it was just like I figured I could hold it till later. And then it was just like the point of no return, and it was just like sort of floating on the surface of the pool. And like I said, and I was like blaming him, and he was blaming me.
Right.
So
you knew you did it.
Oh, I knew I did it. And everyone believed him because they said, I guess they figured the little fat kid would definitely do it.
Of course, Larry Mondello.
So my mother was so upset because I embarrassed her in front of the neighbors and stuff. Every morning when we got up and stuff, I had to get an enema after breakfast from my mother.
No way. Are you telling the truth?
Bez, hand to God.
Now, was that punishment?
Yeah, that was a punishment, so I would never do it again. I'd make sure that I took care of, learned to go to the bathroom when I had to go.
Now, do you ever bring that up to your mom?
Hell no.
Why don't you?
Why? I don't want to. This is the first time I've told anybody about it.
How long did this go on for?
For a whole week.
Wow.
I had to lean. I still remember, like it was yesterday, leaning over the bathtub, right? As a little kid, I'd lean over the bathtub, my ass up in the air, and this huge enema. And that would be like, I was like screaming and crying, and like, I'll never do it again. No.
Your little fat ass wiggling naked in the tub. Why, she's hosing you.
God, it was so, and that's so uncomfortable, especially at that young age.
Yeah, exactly. Still tender, isn't it?
Yeah, so.
And that's when you started to get an anal.
No. I just got into not making a turd in a pool anymore.
What a bizarre way of potty training someone.
But, you're
who should have been
a young man who had an accident, and she turned it into this crazy. How many times do you think she did it to you?
Well, 7 days. It was for a week, and it was actually I think one day she did it twice a day. The first day it was twice a day.
Oh my God!
2 a days. Now here's the thing. That doesn't even seem healthy. You know what I mean? It's dangerous to do that anyway, especially to a little kid.
No, I guess it was more important.
And she's using her old douchebag. Not even
Did she?
No.
Did she douche in 2 days?
It was like a big turkey baster, if I remember. It was like a big.
Oh.
It was like a big long tube with a big ball on the end.
And you started to feel aroused.
And you were her butterball.
Your little body started reacting in its own ways.
No, that pissed me off. Okay, you're embarrassed in front of the neighbors. Oh, God forbid the little kid made a mistake, It's more apparent what the neighbors think than you're going to embarrass and scar your child for life by giving them enemas for a week.
All right, your mom's on the other line. She doesn't want to talk on the air, but she did say you were 19 when this happened.
Oh, my gosh. Rory, did you hear this? Billy's first sexual experience was with his mom.
Disgusting. Banging my mom is not a stunt. Banging my mom is not a stunt.
What kind of stunt was that?
Banging my mom is not a stunt. That's out of context.
Yeah, I know it is, but it's no worse than your real life.
But your mom was up your crack.
Well, again, as a child, that's, that's not a big deal. Your mommy wiped your butt when you were little, I'm sure.
Not as punishment.
Well, no.
Right, and not at 6.
Oh, I want to see it coming.
Then turn around, big man, because there it is.
And you used to cry and stuff, and don't do it to me, Mom?
Yeah, because it was painful. It was just like it's, when you're a kid, that's not a normal area to be entered into.
Did you ever do it again, though?
No.
Drop a log in someone's pool?
Nope, that was the only log I ever dropped in a pool.
Then
I know now that joking with fecal matter is never justified.
Then I guess it was worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I guess you learned your lesson, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Thank God he would have dropped one in the log at the hotel.
Now that she's really getting up there in years, and let's face some facts, it's almost home time.
Yeah.
All right,
Stop.
for her?
She's 120, Billy.
Stop.
It's almost time.
No.
Polly Walnuts, it's almost time to put Ma away.
If anything, you ought to put the pillow over her face.
All right?
Now who's the a-hole?
Right.
Now who's the a-hole?
You gotta be thinking revenge.
Against my mom? No.
Yes.
This is why I go to therapy 3 days a week.
I'll tell you.
Did you tell your therapist the story?
Oh, yeah.
What'd the therapist say?
Yeah. What was that diagnosis?
She said it bordered on child abuse.
Borders? What border? There's no border. You were abused.
Where's this analyst at? Mexico? That's the border where this is okay.
You got to remember, going back a few years.
The Nazis didn't used to do this to their kids.
Going back a few years, this was, times were different.
Yes, you know what?
Got away with a lot more.
All right, name the time in this nation's history where it was okay to enema a 6-year-old.
A bunghole is no place to teach a child.
Well, if I probably had a problem, you know, and it was just like I probably...
You had an accident. I can't
No,
believe I'm trying to tell you. It's not your fault.
An accident is when you go in your pants. You're going in a pool.
You dropped trow and actually did it in the pool like it was a big toilet?
No, it came out the bottom of my pants.
All right.
Like,
I told you, no wire hangers ever!
Now, Billy, what kind of pool was it?
it was a little... It
was like a little pool that you could just dump.
No. It was a 3-foot pool. It was like about 12 foot in diameter.
Above ground?
Yeah, above ground. And it was, which is like so stupid because I had a 24-foot pool in my backyard. I don't know what the hell I went swimming in his for.
Yeah, well, you used to call that Billy's toilet.
Oh, you mean the big potty?
Stop. I never crapped in my own pool.
You've learned.
Look at Billy's dive.
That's away! Billy's here! Billy's here!
Want to see a splash? Yeah, shallow Bill.
Billy, you ever bring up me and Fez to your therapist and the stuff we say to you?
Oh, yeah, you've come up.
Don't ever.
Not by name.
I don't...
Let's just say Mr. and Mrs. X. And when you go to your therapist, this is how you greet her.
Hello! Billy's here!
We got to figure out something to do back to your mom.
I say put a hose there.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. My mom is not evil. You know, I've heard some mom stories coming out of you here, too.
Yes, and I am buying my time. Trust me.
Believe me, both of those mothers are going to get an animal with a 48-foot garden hose if we get the chance.
My mother is not my enemy.
It's Enema mine.
Enema at the gate. Billy, we got to do something to get her back.
No, Fezzy, she's 74 years old.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Now's the time. See how she likes it when she can't fight back.
I'm not giving my mother an enema.
Why don't we all?
You won't have to.
Why don't we just all run in and just...
You just videotape.
Let's run in. We'll be wearing ski masks. We'll knock her down. We'll put the boots to her.
All right? And we'll be even.
Like the Full Metal Jacket with...
And then we scream, now who's laughing? Now who's laughing?
No, we are not going to brutally attack my mom. She's going to go naturally.
Gang rape.
No, that's my mom.
Remember, it's just a bad dream, bad boy.
This is Billy's enema every night.
Remember, it's just a bad dream, bad boy.
If only Earl were here.
Remember, it's just a bad dream, bad boy.
You are disgusting.
No, I am not.
Your whole life is a freak show. No wonder you get up and put a wig on and a moo-moo and tell me that your mom's making hot dogs for both of us.
Is your friend Ronnie downstairs? Let me know.
I lost another loan to Ditech. Oh.
Yes. Billy will be just with you. He's getting his animal. Because he's a dirty, dirty boy. How do you feel?
Remember, it's just a bad dream, bad boy.
And the pippies in the pool.
Billy's bug hole. I'm dirty.
Your mom has had more intercourse with you than your wife did.
Stop. No, this is going...
It's just that you were on the receiving end.
No, that is not anal intercourse. Banging my mom is not a stunt. Banging my mom is not a stunt. Getting an enema is not sex.
Isolate that one and take the knot out.
Oh, no, Mama. No, Mama.
Then he had to drink it.
Oh. Here's the thing, Billy. At 84 years old, I'm sure having some...
She just didn't age 10 years. She's 74.
I'm sure she's having some accidents herself.
No, none of that.
Now is the time to start rubbing her face in it.
My mother...
Literally.
No, my mother's still potty trained. She doesn't go where it depends. She's not anywhere near her home. She's got more energy than I do, and we all...
Why are you sticking up for her?
I know.
Why are you sticking up for her?
She's my mom. It's where I live.
Because the...
He doesn't crap where he swims. He's learned that.
He's sticking up for her because the enema of my enemy is my friend.
Our little Billy must already be searching for that next special lady. Our little Billy must already be searching for that next special lady.
Is it time for a break?
Why? Why, Mama?
Remember, it's just a bad dream, bad boy.
I'll tell you what, at her funeral, I am running a garden hose right out of that casket.
No.
Right into it and right out.
Do
Church
yourself
door.
yeah. When you give her the enema, put a sprinkler on the end of it.
Okay, there is a line, okay? Running a garden hose to my mother's casket is over the line.
All right, so...
Now you've gone too far.
Yeah, but we did it for you.
I'm sticking up for you.
We're
You
backing
always
you
say
up.
I never stick up for you. Today I am.
You know, cremating, not cremating, what do you...
Creaming on.
No.
Weeding.
Stop.
Creaming on.
Embalming my mother with a garden hose is
Embalming?
not... Embalming. It's not
Imbibe.
favor.
Bye, Mama. Bye, Mama. Billy, that's an awful story, just so you know.
Well, I know it was
And
awful.
that's probably why you're so effed up.
Now, how does this work at your house? She enemas you in the morning, you massagill her at night. How does it work exactly?
No, my mother's sleeping when I come home. There's no massagilling going on.
Is she
That's the time to do it.
Is she sleeping, or are you one of those boys that leaves her dead in the kitchen for 6 months?
She's sleeping, but sometimes she'll wait up.
She's still in a chair watching Jeopardy.
Mama's sleeping. When Mama wakes up, she's making pancakes.
Mama, wake up. I need my enema. Wake up, Mama. Wake up.
Why?
Who's going to clean my poopy? Wake up. Welcome back to the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, Fezzy, we're going to do a birthday shout-out.
We do.
To see if you can guess whose birthday it is.
All right.
I'll give you a radio clue.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh.
I have a guess.
That's your audio clue.
Sweet Melissa.
Sweet Melissa.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Hi, Sweet Melissa.
I miss you guys. You guys are great. You sound great.
Happy birthday, sweet,
happy.
sweet Melissa. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. And to you.
Happy birthday, Sweet Melissa.
Thank you, Fezzy. Oh, I just...
Now you're legal.
Are you going to touch me in my naughty pits?
You know, just by saying that now you're legal, somewhat of a turnoff.
Get out.
Get out. You disgust me now. Melissa, we can always pretend.
Wait, I can play your little girl, right?
Yeah, I know you can. That's awful. That's the bad thing about it. What, you're sleeping in here tonight?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. You can crawl in here.
I just can't sleep.
Oops.
Maybe you can,
Oops. Let me rub it.
just, help me go to bed, please.
Oh, jeez.
Soothe me a little.
Oh, jeez.
Tuck her in.
Yeah. Well,
literally.
It's going to rhyme with tuck her in.
Ooh, I know what that is.
All right. Everybody knew.
Yeah, F-word.
Yes. Stop being so blunt.
I know.
You're so far from hip. Not even
the coolest
compass could he find hip. Well, Melissa, we miss you, honey. And did you have a peaceful birthday today?
I had a peaceful birthday. Thank you.
Boy, that's all anyone could ask.
And in honor of you, Fez is going to eat a whole ice cream cake tonight.
Oh, great, Fez. Eat
I'm in.
for me, please.
Eat a piece of her. Fez has problems with that.
Oh, well, rock on. You guys are hardcore, and we love you, and we're very proud of you up here.
All right. Thank you so much, sweet Melissa.
All right.
Rock on.
There she goes, sweet Melissa. We're rocking on for her, Fez.
I had no idea we were so hardcore.
Yeah. All these are just, nice things. Look who else is on here. It's our buddy Black Girl. Hey, Black Girl.
Is it his birthday, too?
No, it's not. Buddies!
Hey, my buddy.
Buddy!
Said I was able to listen in for like the last hour. I never laughed so hard.
We knew you would appreciate it. Anyone who's just tuning in, Billy Staples just unveiled another fat layer of his life by letting us know as a child he had an accident in a pool, and after that his mother gave him daily, sometimes twice daily enemas for a week.
And for some reason she taped it. Here it is.
Remember, it's just a bad dream, fat boy.
He used to cry and scream, he said, when he got the enemas. I am so joyful hearing you laugh at that.
What a butterball he must have looked like. She actually did it till his little belly button popped straight out, and then she knew he was done.
It's like giving a fleet to a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Just his fat pink ass up in the air every morning to learn.
Because someone didn't know how to poopy.
Yeah. Well, he did just too well.
All I can think of is that scene from Caddyshack.
Oh, right, yeah, the Baby Ruth.
He was that kid.
He's Spalding. Dookie!
It was just a bad dream, fat boy.
Remember, it's just a bad dream, fat boy.
That's his whole childhood. A bad fat dream.
Fat boy. Can you believe it, Earl?
You know, I've known Billy for a while now, and it just gets weirder.
Doesn't it?
Weirder by the day.
It's weird. We shouldn't be surprised that we find out another chapter in the storybook saga of fat stuff.
But here's the weird thing. We've worked so hard to find out all of his weirdness, and maybe the sickest thing just pops up out of nowhere. And you're like, how could we have missed it?
I know. How did this one get past us for so long? The daily childhood enemas.
All right, Earl, I'm glad you got to hear that, my friend.
All right, buddies.
All right.
We were thinking of you the whole time.
All right, see you later, pal. All right, and look who else is on here, Fezzy. It's the Radio Shark. Hey, Shark.
Nice.
Yeah, Billy, I mean, he went in the pool, and that's kind of funny because don't you usually have notice when something like that is going to happen?
No, I don't think there's any idea that it just falls out of him like it does a horse. You ever see a horse walk down the street and they don't know they're crapping? That's Billy in a pool.
They don't even break stride.
Yeah.
Billy needs to remove his suit or something, or at least let it out. Ugh. What a sight.
You know, instead of the enema, she should have tied one of those horse bags around his fat ass so it could just fall into that.
Maybe he has to go in with a wetsuit. That way nothing can get out.
All right, you're coming in to do the show soon, right, Shark?
I'd like to, yeah.
All right, we'll see you soon, all right, buddy?
Okay,
bye. All right, see you, pal.
All right, thanks for the call. 866-277-4969. DC local lines 202-432-1067. It's always nice when Billy has another failure come to light.
And it brings the regulars out in droves. Because we all play What's Wrong with Billy all the time.
It's nice that the well-wishers are always there with their phone calls and congratulations.
Emotional retardation.
Yes, we know you are, Billy. And happy birthday to our friend Sweet Melissa. Who do we like more than Sweet Melissa?
Nobody.
What did we send her? What? Last year Al sent her something nice from all this.
Yeah, what'd you send her?
All right, the young lady that's coming in here now, what's her name?
Alyssa.
I know. It's Alyssa, and she's heavily pierced, she was telling us.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. She has 26 piercings.
All right.
When
is enough?
All right, let's bring her in.
Okay. Go ahead and get Alyssa.
In the meantime, I'm going to hide these paper clips.
I know. She'll start poking herself with them.
This is a little thing Fez and I call Meet the Listeners.
We have any push pins or thumbtacks in here, she's going to think we're giving her jewelry.
Are you into the crazy stuff? Does that follow along?
Oh, yes, which brings up an interesting point.
Yeah.
I've just, me and my friends have started a nice little company of erotica. We've just started, but we're going to have a website. We're going to be selling videos and merchandise.
Is it videos of you?
I will be in them, yes.
So sexy.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of videos?
Right now it's just going to be plain old erotica. Maybe later it'll be a little bit more. We only have 3 models right now, so.
I don't think there's anything just called plain old erotica. I think it's all good.
Of course it is.
Now, are you ever with the girls?
Yes.
So nice. This might be my new thing, Fezzy. Is just when we get totally tatted out and pierced.
Really?
And hang out with these guys. I think it'd be cool.
Man, I could. Oh, yeah, clubs I go to.
Like what kind of clubs?
Okay, there's one called Bound, although it's not quite as interesting as it used to be. It's an S&M club and bondage club in D.C., but it's kind of tamed down now. But still, if you try, you can get some action. Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you into? You like to be tied up?
Oh, yeah.
What else?
Hit, spanked, cut, play piercings, all sorts of...
I love
pretty much anything you can think of.
I would say this, I've never cut a woman, but, I've come close, I've held the knife up to their neck.
Sure.
And then always, it seems like as much as I'm going to do it, they always hand me the money. And that's nice, but it's really not what I was looking for.
Right, true.
Don't get me wrong. It's nice.
Right, but, it'll do.
I want it to... Where do you get cut at?
Where do I get
Is it always the same spot over and over?
No. It's just like, nothing that leaves a scar. Although I do have professional cuttings.
Well, let's see those.
Well, there's none on my back.
All right, let's take a look.
Let's see that.
So sexy. Oh, my God, look at it, Fuzzy.
I guess down
She sliced like a bikini line.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Sliced the bikini line.
That way you know where your thong's supposed to go.
You want me to get a steak knife and I'll cut you right now?
No. It'd probably be not so sterile, huh?
Whatever. The point is, we're partying. We're having fun.
Okay, go ahead then.
Yeah.
All I have is my safety.
You know what I like to do? I like to get a pair of pliers and just grab your lip and see how far up I can pull it.
Oh.
That's my thing.
Reel her in, Ronnie.
That's my thing, is being rough on the lip.
As long as you don't rip it out.
Don't push me, honey, okay? Don't push, Daddy.
Well, then you would have to pay for a new piercing.
Yeah, well, I'll do it. Okay. Believe me.
Money we got.
Like the Kennedy, I'll throw cash at all my problems.
Sure, I'm sure you make a lot of money here.
Billy, what are you doing?
Why are you in here now?
Get out.
Oh, nice.
Get out. You didn't see me walking in on Don and Mike when they had naked girls. No, wait.
Hey, I'm not naked.
Yet.
Let's
not push it. I'm going to start pushing this erotica thing for you.
Well, I'm used to it.
Now, Alyssa, do you ever want to participate on the other side of it, the dominating side? You do that part?
I've done a little. I'm mostly...
Do me a favor. Try it with me. Go ahead and try it. I'm only kidding. I wouldn't do that.
I'm not a talker. I'm more...
Roll video.
I like the flogs.
You like to get hit? You don't like to be called names?
No, I like to be on the receiving end. I'm not...
Is that right, bitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
All right, we gotta... You know what? Can we do something with you? What would you like to do? We got a couple of interns. Would you like to be spanked or pushed around? What do you like?
I don't know what the heck I'm even doing in here.
Well, you're having fun. We're going to be promoting your erotica stuff. We're now best friends.
All right?
We're going to be friends for life.
That's right.
And it's going to be Fez a nice thing to make sure your erotica website gets up and moving. The other girls hot too?
Yeah.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
And you're with them all the time, right?
With them all the time? I've just met them, actually.
It's so great.
Now, I don't want to push this too early, but once the erotica thing and the videos gets up and running, I have a mother-son enema act that I would love to get booked on your site.
All right, are you ever into the enema stuff? Because some people are, right?
Billy
It's sexual.
I haven't tried it yet.
It's a sexual thing.
I really
And yet
haven't.
Billy and his mom do it all the time with each other.
Yeah. To this day, they still do it. Whoever needs it most.
All right. Do we have to take a break, Fez?
Yeah, we're real late.
All right, in the meantime, Alyssa, I want you in the corner. Okay. And don't you look at me. Don't eyeball me. You look at your own legs. And seriously.
I thought you meant me.
No, Fez, you look at me.
Turn around.
I want Alyssa looking at her shoe tops. Okay? That's as far as I want her. That's hot. That's a nice ass.
Great. That's just great.
What kind of underwear you wear? What do you wear?
Thong. What else?
Let's see.
Okay, a little strip music.
Yeah, it's playing. We gotta go.
There you go.
What a little bod she has.
That's great. This is going to be a great website.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Website, I forgot. All right, let's see the whole thing that's up front. That's very hot.
Thank you.
You know what to do, Roy? Get me a couple baseballs. I'm going to throw it at her. And that'll be the thing. All right, we got to take a break.
The Nolan Ryan fantasy.
And it's what I call brush back. It's the only way I can get one. If I brush her back, because I own the inside.